Let's go from the super middleweights. We're going to shift over from Friday night to the lightweights on Saturday night. And that was Floyd Schofield versus Tevin Farmer. This is another fight that was shocking. Now, when it was first originally announced, we spoke about this fight. My first reaction was for Tevin Farmer, the former world champion at lightweight. Was this too much too soon, coming back from two tough fights versus Cepeda? The most recent being the rematch, which he fell short in, again, a tough fight only 3 months ago. And knowing that maybe, besides the turnaround was too quick, that he's just back in the gym too quick and leaves it in the gym. And that was my huge concern coming in. On the other side of it was this fight too soon for Schofield? This is the biggest jump up in competition for him fighting Farmer, who's supposed to step up and fight Shakur Stevenson. That fight fell through. He became sick during the week of the fight, had to pull out days before the fight. He waited for this opportunity, and he made the most of it. Didn't waste any time. First round, drops Farmer with a beautiful right hand, put behind the jab. Drops him 2 more times, gets the finish, gets the win. First round knockout. What'd you make of this fight? What'd you think of Floyd Schofield?
Fate, sometimes fate and destiny, buddy, is on your side. And I think it was on the side of Schofield that he got sick, or maybe he didn't get sick. Maybe they just pulled him out. I don't know. I don't know. But we're going to trust him that he was sick. And he had to pull out of that fight that you just mentioned with Shakur. I don't think he was ready for that fight. I think that it turned out perfect. Well, obviously, you don't need Teddy Atlas to tell you that. He just scored a 1-round knockout. But I do think that sometimes, again, fate, destiny shines on you, and it shined on him. It wasn't time to fight somebody like Shakur Stevenson. I don't think it would have been good. This was good. I give him credit. I give his father credit. They are starting to find an ID and an identity. I didn't think they had one. Where Schofield early in his career, he was a go-get-you guy. He was a go-get-you, becoming like a go-get-you monster. He was getting headbutted. He was coming in out of control, but he was going to get you. Showed a lot of heart, a lot of grit, a lot of determination, some power, athleticism. He was like a little Billy in a way. He was just going to get. And then all of a sudden he fought. He had a hard time with an experienced veteran fighter, and he started boxing. He started to, his father had him boxing more, staying on the outside, using the gym. And I thought he was caught. I thought he was caught in between a phase, a growth, a metamorphosis, a transition, if you will, where he was trying to find himself, but he didn't know who he was yet. He didn't know, was he the aggressive guy? Was he the guy now that the father wanted him to be? Boxing, being more responsible, because you can't fight that aggressive and reckless with everybody and get away with it as you step up, as he was doing with the better fighters. So I thought the father was doing a smart thing. He was trying to make a change, but he was trying to find the right balance. Again, he was trying to find the right identity. What is my son? What does he got to be? Maybe he found his identity now. I don't know. All I know is you can't go by this. You can't go completely by a 1-round knock, and you hit it perfectly. You should get a Pulitzer Award or something. I don't know what they give out. Boxing, they don't give no. I don't know what they give out. But you should get some kind of award because you said it on the air, and anyone who doubts it, we'll go like Warner Wolf, the great sportscaster for many years. He used to say, go to the videotape. Go to the videotape. We could go to the videotape. We could show it where you said, I think it's too soon. He's been in 3 wars. He's been in with 3 top undefeated fighters in a row, 2 in a row. Obviously, coming off 2 in a row to the same guy, and then one before that, 3 straight undefeated fighters, and the last 2 fights were complete wars where he took incredible. One of them was a draw, but he took incredible punishment, and he's not young. He's not young as a fighter. He's been in a lot of fights, a lot of tough fights, and you said, Dad, I think it's too soon. 4-month turnaround. He's gonna 3. That's even worse. 3-month turnaround. He's gonna be back. You didn't even give the brain a chance to really heal properly. And seriously, yeah, you didn't give the body, you didn't give the mind, you didn't give the emotion, you didn't give the nervous system, you didn't give anything a chance to rest, to heal, to get away, and to strengthen itself, to recuperate. And you're going back in that fast? This is a guy who it could be really perilous to do this. You said it. And you were right. I agreed. I'm a trainer, by the way. I agreed. I understood that language. I said, yeah. And matter of fact, you said to me privately, would you put him in? I said, no. I'm not knocking nobody. You got to make your own decisions here. But I wouldn't put him in that quick. No. And look what happened. Don't take anything away from Schofield, but still, he threw a nice straight right hand. I'll tell you how he set it up. If you look at the replay, it was pretty cool. He, first of all, it's the southpaw killer. Farmer's southpaw. It's the southpaw killer. The right. I've said that. I coined that phrase a long time ago on ESPN. But what he really did was he started the left hand, bang, and he shot the right hand. He just started the left, bang, shot the right hand. Now, my man Bennett, my man Richie over here, but my man Bennett Garcia, he's my man. So is Richie. He can maybe find this. Jersey Joe Walcott, there's something beautiful. I know the fans appreciate this stuff. Go to the archives and find the great Jersey Joe Walcott with the great Rocky Marciano, the only heavyweight champ ever to retire undefeated, 49-0. Marciano's fighting for his first heavyweight title against the great Jersey Joe Walcott, and he's losing in the 13th round. Losing. Can't win, except by knockout. 15-round fight. And he's already landed some good shots on Jersey Joe, but he hasn't been able to put him down. And he's got to have a trick now. He's got to do something a little different. So what does Marciano do? This is where Marciano's underrated. He is. They think, oh, he's just a strong guy. He was a small heavyweight. They were all small in those days. And, he's just a good puncher, and he's just a guy who's in shape. No, he was more than that when he had to be. What he did was he started the left just to distract the great Jersey Joe. Bump! And he shot the right hand, hit him on the chin, knocked him out. That's why he got that result that he didn't get from right hands earlier, because he hit him a blind shot, but it was smart. He set it up. It was cerebral. He understood what he had to do to land the kind of punch that would get the effect he needed at that point in the fight. So Schofield did the same thing. I thought it was very nice. It was nicely done, brilliantly done. And then, of course, he finished the show. Farmer was hurt. He got on him. Farmer tried to tie up. He couldn't tie up. That was the problem.
To that point, though, I just wanted to say, but he couldn't tie up. You're right. But I thought he made the mistake, and was surprised he made the mistake, Farmer, being the veteran that he is. He got up way too fast. He jumped up immediately on the first knockdown. He did it again on the second knockdown. He didn't give himself a chance in his legs to recover. I thought he should have took the knee and took the 8 count.
That's why I got you here. That's why you're here. You make the show better. Seriously. You help me in so many ways, and you help the audience. And I know they appreciate it, but you're right, 100% right. And he got up because he's so proud. He's such a proud guy, Farmer. He fights proud, and he goes out on the shield, and sometimes that pride can get in the way of good judgment. It can hurt you. It save you, don't get me wrong. I never want to get rid of it, but it also, sometimes guys can be too tough for their own good, and Farmer's one of those guys. He really is, and you're right. He would have been much better served. Stay there, stay there, stay in a crouched position, get your wits about you, get your balance, get your equilibrium, get everything, get your bearings, and then get up. Like we've seen fighters do. We have seen fighters save themselves by doing that. And we have seen what my son just pointed out too, where fighters have gotten up too soon and they get finished. So, yeah, I think that's a pretty good analysis.
Yeah, the one that stood out to me was Zab Judah versus Costa Zoo. The legs didn't quite do that by any means by Farmer, but just an example of getting up too soon and not being able to recover due to that.
I'm going to point one out that didn't get up too soon. He saved himself and saved his title, and he's a Hall of Famer because of it. really. And I know people love him, don't like him, but I don't care. I don't care because I love him. I think he was great. He got everything out of himself, and that was Timmy Bradley. Yeah, against Provodnikov.
Ruslan.
Yeah, Ruslan, good puncher. Good puncher. He caught him. He caught him early in the fight. He hurt him. It was incredible. It really was. What a display of just intestinal fortitude and courage and heart. Really, that he was able to survive that and win the fight. Win the fight, do enough to win the fight, survive it. And then in the last round, he got dropped again. And he was ahead, him being Bradley, of course. He was ahead, and he had the wherewithal to take a knee. To take a knee, knowing that if he stayed up, he might not have survived. I mean, really, give him credit. We give him credit for his heart. We give him credit for his skills. All of that. Give him credit for his mind, that under that kind of fire, under those kind of extreme circumstances, he could have his wits about him to think that. That's like a great general in a war. You know what I mean? You got stuff flying, you got bayonets going over here, you got missiles flying over here, and the general's able to stay in the middle of that and say, okay, you go to that flank, pull back the tanks, bring up the artillery, the other artillery. Really, that's a state of mind that not everybody can have in that kind of environment.